Hey kids, comics. Silver haired Bronze Age babe here, yakking about her comic book collection, and today talking Batman. This book I remember buying off the spinner rack at Mills Pharmacy when it came out. I love everything about this. I love the cover. I love the story is fantastic. It's about ghosts. I like ghosts. I like Batman with ghosts. It's great. And throughout all of my collecting, this one stayed with me. I could never trade it. I could never sell it. And I'm just thrilled that it still has the cover. Another book that I got off the rack at Mills was this 100-pager. It has a Two-Face story. I loved it. And again, I was never ever going to part with it. And I still have it. And in fact, somehow I got another copy of it through my various collecting routes. So I'm happy to have two of them. And the other one I want to show you is I rebought this one. At some point I sold or traded most of my Batman and detective books in Justice League of America books that I had either bought on the newsstand or had a subscription to, because I was trying to build the Superman collection, and I didn't even feel bad about it. So, but I rebought this because it was the first issue that I got that came with my subscription, and I just remember the day that I got it in the mail, and I was happy as a clam. So I thought, you know what? I don't remember anything about the story, but that cover is kind of special to me, so I should get it. What I want to talk about, though, are subsequent iterations of Batman through the years when I was not reading or collecting. This from 1987. I remember buying it, I think, could it have been at a drugstore or something? And I picked it up because I was like, gosh, that's a cool cover, and I wonder what's going on with Batman these days. And at the time, I read it and didn't get it, and was like, oh, I guess, they're not doing comic books the way I remember them. And so it went into the box and was forgotten. Sometime last year, I picked it up again and reread it, and I was very impressed with it. So I had to go on the internets and go get the rest of that series. I like it a lot. I really enjoyed it. And I think it was just really cool, and I really liked the Jim Gordon focus on that as well. I thought it really read beautifully, I thought. So then I was like, well, if in for a penny, in for a pound, go with the other years. So this is year 2, and Detective Comics I don't even have these in a bag yet. I think, is this the one where he has a romance with a nun? But definitely he's having a romance with a gun. I don't know. I didn't find this thing as compelling as year 1. And really, the fact that he's got guns is a little odd. But that cover, Martha and Thomas Wayne, it's such a part of his mythos that's cool. And then that's the final in year 2. Now, I also have year 3. And the reason I had all 4 of these, and I dug them out of my collection so I could continue to read them. Now, the reason I had them is because my cousin was flipping a house and came upon a box of comics. And so I went over there because they're like, hey, are we rich? And I went over there and I'm like, no, you're not rich, but I'll take this off your hands for you. So this was in the batch that I got. And so I finally, it's like, wait a minute, I have year 3. I should read that. And it's okay. It's okay. I think my favorite of the year 1, 2, 3 is year 1. But it was a really interesting way to look back at Batman. And, I have to remember that not everybody has been following along over the many decades that he's been around. So there you go. So that's Batman, some of my Batman collection, but the book that really will always be special is this one. So, well, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.